All right, YouTube. Been loving the email and in the questions and stuff like that is that's what I'm saying. I've been loving it. And I'm making this one again. Not again. This is to answer a question, an email question actually. Um, the Earth goes through ice age. How to say that? Like cycles. It just happens. It's not so much that the sun is like heating up and cooling. It's doing that too. Okay, that's the wrong way to say that, and that's where I kind of screwed it up before. It has more to do with the planets that circle the Earth than let's say the a light switch going on and off on the sun. Everything has to do with tugging and pulling, and everything is equal. In it just is. It's just equal, even though we are kind of going through space at a wonky elliptical wobble or whatever like that. Um, and that's why I'm thinking that there's planet X, but I think you're going to find planet Y is coming up. Is it's just farther out, and it's at a different. I'll try to explain what I'm saying. Like if you look back at the go to Google and check this out when the ice ages happened, you'll see that there's a graph. And the Earth got hotter and then colder, and right now we're actually getting very cold. And what the cold is as Planet X and another planet, the biggest of them all. In this is my take on it. Okay, I don't think anybody else says there's a planet Y out there, but I'm almost positive there would have to be because of this. Is what I'm trying to get at. Um, there was about a 200 million year break, 150 million years or something like that, where it almost got hot, but it didn't, and then it got cold again. In the that would have to be a planet Y because as X pushes as how to say that when these planets are out as far as they can go, Earth's orbit is like more rounder. That would be like the time of the dinosaurs and stuff like that. And yeah, there was ice on the Earth because we had woolly mammoth and all that kind of jazz too. And so don't take what I'm saying like in chiseled out in granite and polished. Okay, um, I just mean that during certain times in Earth's history, roughly 120 something thousand years ago, and I'm going on the where that's on the Sphinx. And if y'all don't realize, the Egyptians claim that they built it in this last dynastic period, like 6,000 years, which is incorrect. The Sphinx in the two Egyptian pyramids, the biggest ones, the ones that are like equal to each other is what I'm trying to get at. One just sitting up on a knoll makes it appear to be equal, even though it's not the same height. Let me clarify that. Were built when the Earth's orbit was much more round and it was evenly tropical because it was literally a rainforest there that had rained for a long time. There's water erosion that's deeper than the wind erosion that's on top of it. So check it out is what I'm trying to get at. You'll understand what I'm trying to say then. Um, and it was built in this time frame, like the 150 million year part. That's what makes it odd, is what I'm trying to get at. In if y'all believe in extraterrestrials, or if you just believe in there was somebody else that seeded the Earth, like we want to seed Mars, which doesn't even make it's not even a hard plausibility. Imagine a planet out here that is more than likely powered like the sun, where it would have its own heat. I don't think it would be an ice ball, put it that way. If there is extraterrestrial life in the galaxy, do I believe anybody's moving faster than the speed of light? No. Okay. The next inhabitable planet from us is like 100 million light years away, or whatever it is, some crazy amount. Okay. Light years, just thousands of years away. Not doable. I don't think anybody has, a upper hand on anything. If we have people that had seeded our planet and they were from other planets, it would be these planets out here. And what I mean by the 100,000 years, because it was like perfect, and then there's a glitch, and then it's perfect. You know, I mean, the 100 million than us. Um, and I believe if you see this pattern, you'll see it again, that there's a glitch. And the glitch would be where there was two eccentrical orbits of bigger planets on the outside fringe of our solar system. And technically, just a little bit, we could find them if we knew where to look. That's the deal. And if you took all the masses of the Earth, we're going to find Planet X relatively soon, before this. That's just the date that I believe it's going to start driving the Earth as far out. As this planet gets closer, Earth's orbit, we're going to start getting, how to say that? Like, what brief little summers we will have will start coming farther and farther into the fall or earlier into the spring until it's actually like summer is going to be in January for a brief time, as big of a summer as you can get in the polar winter. And then it's going to push the Earth has no other way to go except as far out away from that weight of that Earth or that next planet as it can get. When the other planet's way out here, Earth's orbit's not so eccentric. It's more relaxed, is what I'm trying to get at. The closer this planet gets, it's going to push. In this circle, should have been like, this one should have been the biggest one, and this one should have been the Planet X, because Planet X would be here getting the closest and then the farthest away when it's over here. You know, that kind of deal. I kind of screwed this up. And definitely I screwed this one up. It should be a bigger one on the outside. And that's what would cancel out that thing, that make that glitch, is what I'm trying to get at, as they came together. But, okay, guys, that's just my take. But do I believe in Planet X? Yeah, I do, no problem. Do I still believe that that's going to be the magic era of the year? Yeah, I do. And it's going to be pretty rough for a long time. About 1,000 years from record show. Every time. I mean, dramatically rough. And because you got to remember that there was still ice on the Earth. I mean, deep ice, even 6,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago. About the time that the sea people, when there was records in Egypt. Y'all got to just check out some stuff. But when the sea people got drowned out, as the ice melts, and we're just going through the cycle again. But we are going into the deepest, coldest, and it'll be a cold like it was back here. So if you look at this graph on anywhere in the Google, you'll notice that one of them was colder. That's where we're at. We're coming up on the coldest of colds. So is what is, y'all. It's only going to get tropically hot for a brief minute. And as soon as Planet X gets close enough and this other one is far enough away, we're going to polar zeros. Bad. But it's still more survivable on Earth than it will be on Mars or anything else. It's going to be just as exponentially extreme on all the rest of these planets as it is on Earth. If you don't think you can survive here, you won't survive on the rest. Just that simple. Well, not without thorium reaction, just like we would have to do here. We'll have to be in tunnels, and we'll have to be not coal-fired. But, that's just the way it's going to have to be. So, okay, guys, talk to you then. Bye. Just my take.